welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB, Florida man. CGB, still here in the vacation home, continuing the vacation house tour. We're in the closet. The quest for pure audio perfection continues. As you can see, I have packed the closet with clothing and pillows. It should be the softest possible audio that I can achieve. Is it good? Does it help? Is it pleasant? Is my voice what you need? Yes, it's another Ragavan deck. I can't believe I'm saying this. I feel like I was unfair to Ragavan, unfair to our monkey friend. I really wanted to go watch the Lions Tampa Bay game, the Battle of Detroit, my home team, Tampa Bay, my new home team. My heart was just wretched with the possibilities of what could happen. And I made the very logical decision that whichever team won, that's where I would live. That's the state I would live in. And Detroit won. So I guess my time here is numbered. My days as a Florida man are numbered. So we've got to live them to the fullest. And I said, you know what? Ragavan deserves another shot. I found a build of Ragavan that is actually broken. Why do I say that? Because the key card is Caldera Breaker. So it's broken because it's a breaker. So when you do the thing, it's naturally broken. But it's pretty broken. If you haven't seen this card, this is an alchemy card, but trust me, it's a sweet one. Caldera Breaker is 3 red, artifact creature golem, mythic, 6/6 trample. I wish it were legendary. I would build a commander deck around this so fast. When this enters the battlefield, exile all mountains from your library. When you do, Caldera Breaker deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. That's nice. Exile all mountains from your library? Wait a minute. Well, deck thinning, I guess. Serious, real, actual matters deck thinning. When Caldera Breaker dies, put all cards exiled with it onto the battlefield under their owner's control. Conjure 4 Volcanic Geyser into your library. Volcanic Geyser is XX, or it's red X instant. Deal X damage to any target. So basically the idea is all the mountains come on the battlefield and you draw one of those Volcanic Geysers and you win the game, right? So what have we done, and why is this a Ragavan deck? Well, Ragavan's our commander, which puts our opponent in check right away. They have to hold up removal. They're always trying to figure out how to deal with Ragavan. They spend all their resources they plan their turns around Ragavan. If you played against Ragavan in Hellq, you know you don't just play a normal game against Ragavan. You play around Ragavan. You have to respect the monkey. So the idea is it's the only creature in our deck, the Caldera Breaker. And we're going to use Transmogrify effects to turn Ragavan, or another token, a creature that we get somehow onto the battlefield, into the Caldera Breaker. And we're going to use Luca Coppercoat Outcast, Transmogrify, and Chaotic Transformation. I think that's it, right? There's no instant speed one. So we're going to use cards like that to cheat out the Caldera Breaker. Once it's on the battlefield and exiles all of those mountains, the next thing to do is, can you actually end the game that turn? Can you get those mountains? Because if this thing gets bounced, you just exiled all your mountains. If this thing gets exiled, you just exiled all your mountains. If it doesn't die, you made a 6/6. That might not be good enough to win a game of Historic Brawl on its own. So we are running sacrifice effects. The cool thing about sacrifice effects is that it all does come together pretty well. There aren't a bunch in red. We don't get a card like Village Rites like you do in Rakdos. But what we get are the altars. We have the Ashnod's Altar, we have the Altar of Dementia, and we have the Witch's Oven. We also have a card called Staff of Completion that can pay 1 life to destroy target permanent you own. And we have the one good red one that is free, Goblin Bombardment. So the idea, of course, being that we get out the Caldera Breaker, we sacrifice it, we get all those mountains on the battlefield right away. And with all those mountains on the battlefield right away, this sounds like magical Christmas land. But just wait till the video. Just watch the video before you just type in comments that this is magical Christmas land. You can cast a Banefire, a Devil's Play, or a Light Up the Night, or one of the Volcanic Geysers in your deck for X equals their life total, and it's over. The deck, because of this combo approach, also has some other sweet lines that you just wouldn't expect from Ragavan. You can steal their creature with cards like Furnace Rains, Karazhav's Expertise, Traumatic Prank, Song Mad Treachery, or the Akroan War, which is down here in the enchantments. And when you steal their creature, you can either transmogrify it using like one of those effects, or you can sacrifice it to one of the altars. So you can either turn it into your Caldera Breaker, or you can just get value out of it by killing creatures that normally it would be very hard to kill in a mono red deck. Like they play an Atraxa. Ooh, scary. Karazhav's Expertise, gain control of that Atraxa, punch them with it, gain the life, and then sacrifice it to Witch's Oven or transform it into a Caldera Breaker with Transmogrify. Bam! That's what we're talking about. That's the nonsense we're getting up to here. A lot of the removal spells, if you're wondering how we pick them, instant speed, very important. You play a lot of Ragavan mirrors. Having 1 and 2 mana instants that kill Ragavan is crucial. So we have a very critical mass of those. I think I have like 12 1-mana cards that do that. And then I think I have another like 10 2-mana cards, just so that we don't lose the game to frickin' Ragavan. The rest of the time, if the opponent's gonna sit back on removal, removal does blow up our Caldera Breaker in multiple ways. They can kill the Breaker with the trigger on the stack, so we just exile all our mountains. Get no mountains. They can also kill the creature we target with Transmogrify. So if they're going to sit back and play the hold up removal the whole game, we need ways to value them out. So we've got a lot of card draw, value engines, tome, treasure map, other tome, even the tunnel grinder, the one ring, bank buster. Shadow Spear is here because sometimes you need to make Narset or Geist of St. Traft lose hexproof, and it really helps in the Ragavan mirrors to gain some life. All right. That's the deck. A little bit of a longer, like more thorough tech in this one. Because I'm actually proud of it. Like when I built this, when I got the idea to do this, I was like, oh, that's the Ragavan deck I want to play. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play Ragavan the right way, the only right way.
At CGB, wouldn't a deck that's lower to the ground, or wouldn't a deck that goes bigger, or wouldn't a deck that just runs good red mid-range, or wouldn't a deck that's treasure themed to be better?
Come on. Is this not the sweetest? That's why. No questions. Let's dive in. Let the monkey nonsense begin. And no jokes about me being in a closet. Nothing wrong with being in a closet. Closet is perfectly fine place to make content in the year 2024. No questions. Best thing about it is they don't see it coming. They see Ragavan, they think they know. They think they know everything there is to know. Kill the monkey and I'll be fine. Let's see how Tasha, Unholy Archmage, handles the situation. Tasha's a tough one. Lithomatic Barrage kills a Tasha, though. All Out's probably bad. Impulse is probably bad. I mean, am I keeping a hand based on I can kill Tasha once? I think I need a card advantage source. I think I've got them all. Also doesn't have card advantage. I think I should try one more time. Didn't have it, like the other hands didn't have a Transmogrify either. This one does. You have Light Up the Night and Lightning Bolt. I think we need to keep all of the lands. I definitely want the altar and the Transmogrify. So I think we put the Light Up the Night away, although that's part of the combo. Like, what's the Lightning Bolt gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. Bubble. Play that. Get in before the Bowmasters. They're gonna draw Mirex. So if we play Ragavan, we can expect it to be countered or killed. But I like making them hold up mana. The problem with Tasha is they don't have to. Eventually they just play Tasha plus it and they're not afraid of the dash Ragavan anymore. So that has to be when we do our combo. The problem is we're on the draw, so we need a treasure. We need some kind of rampy ramp so that when they tap out for Tasha, we get to Ragavan. Transmogrify the Ragavan. That's going to be really hard. I mean, it is because we went second, right? So Tome's a good draw if it resolves. I mean, if they only have one counter spell, they might want to save it. Instead, they're going to draw with Cling, and it resolves. All right, so we can guess their hand, based on that tank, is like one counter spell that they're saving for Ragavan. Ah, good old Brawl. All right, looking for some kind of ramp, but I'll keep land. Gotta hit all the land drops to make anything happen. Let's go for the altar. They'll be like, huh? What? Okay. Now, do they slam Tasha here? Yeah, they do. Okay, well, like I said, we're a mana short of what we need to do.
I am ending it here.
So what do we do? Do we light up the night on Tasha and hope to...
Your best shot.
Ooh! The best draw we could have ever asked for. Oh my god, is this happening? Is this real? You tapped out! You tapped out! Breaker for 30!
My revenge will be served. Steaming hot.
Breaker for 30. Oh, that's not all. That's not all. Oh, this recording better be good. Shut up, CGB. Act like you've been here before. Your face! And that's game! Ah! That was wonderful! Yes! That is how you monkey! Bolas, Dragon God. I don't think Bolas is gonna let us have an easy time, but the strategy's the same. All we gotta do is get a sacrifice outlet, and this hand is perfect. So let's keep it. And when they tap out for Bolas, we just have to use that window to transmogrify, or in this case, Indomitable Creativity. Do we go for it? Do we go for it? I mean, if not now, when? But they... Is this the kind of game where we have to go Ragavan into Ragavan? Because what is our hand gonna do otherwise? We need this treasure. We gotta go for it. No! Of course they have it. Yeah, they should mulligan for it if they don't have it, so makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah, it's Bolas, so it's just all removal spells, right? They're never gonna give us... Oh, damn it. If I had known that could happen, there's no way I would have done this. All right, well, play the monkey, see if they kill it. We could still draw like the Dwarven Mine or some other token maker, but we are out of this game, I think. The good news is we don't really care about our monkey, so if it dies, it dies. The other good news, our opponent here is to land. I mean, obviously they kept their hand for other reasons. So I used to have this deck loaded with token makers, and then I realized most of the time I was able to transmogrify like my Ragavan just fine, but it would definitely help to have some tokens off the top like we did in the last game. We can't get that lucky every time, I don't think. Okay, let's let the Shivan Fire go. Dig. Another mountain is not great. Also, more creature lands used to be the name of the game. Maybe we need to go back. I mean, I think we just have to play the monkey. They'll probably kill it again. The thing is... wait for a window, wait. I need to be more patient. Too hopped up on the last game. Like, say they tap out for, I don't know, like Chromatic Lantern or something here, right? Rusko? It's tough. All right. So I could get rid of the clock with the Abrade, but I think the right play is going to be to take out the Rusko and then take out the fairy and get a hit in with Ragavan and get it dashed back to our hand. Let's see if there's stick here. Nope, no stick. Doesn't mean it's not a wash away though. That gets the... We don't have the sack outlet. If they have a way to exile this creature, this gets the mine, so we can use creativity here. But we really want to save it for when they play Bolas so we can kill the Bolas, right? Right. Right. All right, dash the Ragavan. Punch the Bolas player. I wonder if that Bitter Blossom is going to get them in Banefire range. That would be nice. Come on, Bolas. Come on, Bolt. Just stop being so careful. It's really obnoxious. Kindling. They'll let that resolve. See, maybe we should have baited with Ragavan. This card's really good. They should counter it. They don't. Now we might have a Banefire every turn. Threat of Ragavan dashing is often worth keeping it. That's what I have to remember. Sometimes I get a little too hopped up and get all aggro with it. So, the creativity on the treasure might hit a sack outlet. We might just go Banefire into Banefire here. 16? Not much. Uh-huh. They're trying not to Bolas. Never mind, they're gonna Bolas. Alright. Alright. Big decision here. I think it's the monkey. I think my opponent might have like wash away, but I think we just discard the monkey.
My schemes are never ending.
Kindling reveals it's not a Banefire. It is a dual caster mage. This is 10 to the dome? I mean, dual caster on Banefire can be a lot of damage, but I mean, it's not a huge amplifier. Copying a creativity doesn't do anything. And there's nothing here that lets me just kill my own breaker. But this can copy a counter spell, right? How much mana do we have? 7. I guess it's the Pyromancer. Those weren't the best hits. Burn down. Ooh, burn down. Do we want to buy time for another turn? Or do we go for it? I think we go for it. Mine. Into the mine. 1 blue mana. Now we really are hoping here that we get an Ashnod's Altar off this creativity. Let's go! I forgot I can also get artifacts off the Indomitable creativity. No! Not good. Not good. Bolas is cooking. I thought if you hit a creature with the creativity, that you would definitely get another creature. I need to reread the card. How embarrassing! I think the strategy from here is pretty clear. Banefire into Banefire. Make them win the game next turn. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I mean, it's a lot of damage, right? Ugh. Big hits. Big hits. Fallout. Oh, Fallout. Up by his time, right? Whew. Boom. This was activated as a sorcerer. I could have waited until after the next Bitter Blossom creature showed up. No, I can't. I can't wait because that's how Kindling works. It would have exiled. I knew I did what I did for a good reason. You doubters. You doubters. Big hits. Big hits. Okay. Still here. Still kicking and screaming. All right, our opponent is getting some value in card selection. They're down to 14. Don't make me discard this Banefire. Don't make me discard this Banefire. Don't make me discard this Banefire.
You have no weakness I cannot explore.
Archive. Is it a time warp? Is it a warping of time? You discard a Thoughtseize. They pass the turn. They do not have a lethal clock on board. Oh, and we can't freaking hit. I'll take the lightning bolt. Come on, where are my Banefires at? There's a Goblin Bombardment. There's a Goblin Bombardment. Okay. Think, how do we kill him? Let's give it a little draw. A little draw spell. Just a little one. Murex, not bad. Let's bolt your face. This is a -8. Murex. 11, 10, and 8. What do I need? Like 2 damage here? Bombardment. You know they have a counterspell, and they're just gonna try to sit on it. I think I'm coming up a point short. That's what I see. So, but we could hit another lightning bolt off the Kindling. And fires for 8. Oh, wait. 9, 10. Oh! Okay, I see it. If nothing changes. Putrefy the Bank Buster. You got it. You got it. Boom.
Let your weak mind.
They don't make me discard this Banefire. It might be the ultimate cheesing, and they discarded a Thoughtseize. Never forget. They're sitting over there. They got counter spells for days. They're about to flip their midnight clock. Come on. Come on, baby. Does Port of Karfeld do anything? It gets a creature back. What creature? No! Oh, wait. I exiled the Bolas. Okay, they're gonna get Rusko. Oh, that can gain life. They get Rusko, that can gain life. But what's left? They only have 2 mana. So this might gain them the crucial life. Oh my god. They win because of that. Alright, we also need a good hit off the Kindling. So, make the 1/1. My turn. Kindling. Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt that they don't counter? Shuffle up. I mean, they might not have an instant here. Can't remember. Is it? No, this is the extra point. No, this is what we need. Could also draw a land for the extra point. What? Well, if they don't have a counter spell... Okay, this is a weird situation, guys. I can dome them to 1. If they go to 1, I can win with the bombardment trigger. Or I can play the breaker, sack the breaker to the bombardment. This gets blown up by a counter spell. It also gets blown up by a removal spell because they can respond with the mountain trigger on the stack. So the solution is clear. We've got a Banefire Realm. And they have to not have any instants in their hand. Oh no, it's still not enough. You go, wait, no, they go to 1, they go to 0, right? Yeah, okay. They have to have no instants in their hand for this to work. In fact, just gonna do it now. Otherwise, they just ultimate Bolas and win the game. Just show me an instant, and you got it. So stupid I drew the breaker on that last turn. Also, creativity. I have to remember it doesn't work the way I hope it does. Alright, they never didn't have it. It was a game, and I learned how a card in my deck works. But, ugh. Another mirror, because that's what we play here. I think I should win these mirrors. I think that these mirrors are 100% in my favor, and that's why. Like, they already know. Good riddance to you, piece of trash. Teferi, the arch enemy. I mean, you know, my best friend. Tome and Forge. We'll keep that. Put it to him right away. I feel like I haven't had a single hand in the hour that I've been playing the deck where I can just go turn 1 Ragavan. Yeah, there's that free win equity. On the play, I scoop. So good. Anybody else want to just panic scoop? I've got dailies I gotta do. Could be fun. Rusko. Rusko is a tough matchup. If Rusko wants to beat Ragavan, they can be built in a way that always beats Ragavan. So, we can get the Forge down. We're on the play, that's really good. You have no way to remove a clock. The Fallout's basically useless. Heat is probably useless. But Forge might solo them. Dimir doesn't have a lot of ways to remove artifact enchantments, and Torch can get Rusko off the field so they don't gain life. This hand is medium. It's not great. Also, it's not going to achieve the potential of our deck unless we draw a Transmogrifa, which means we should probably mulligan to try to hit a Transmogrify and really realize the potential of the deck. I mean, this hand has Tome, which keeps us in the game, and it has a Transmogrify. Okay, we'll try it. I hate that the Dwarven Mine's in the opener. That's really bad. That is really... See if they keep. We have the miserable choice of whether or not to turn 1 Ragavan. Always a toughie. Okay, they take a mulligan. We keep. They keep. Do we turn 1 Ragavan? I mean, I don't do anything next turn if I don't hit. Alright. Let's play the tap land. God, I hate playing the mine there. The mine is one of our big moves to sneak out a 1/1. Yep. Tap black, Inquisition. Oh, okay. What do they take? Probably Tome? The Tome? A lot of card advantage. Doesn't mean we're gonna get a hit. Some people hate Lightning Bolt. That is 1 mana, destroy target Rusko. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Dash. Island, huh? Lucky me. Bust it. Nice. Well, we've got to hit land. A true challenge, if ever there were one. Opponent doing the snow-covered land setup thing, so they're definitely a blood on the snow deck. I think a blood on the snow deck was really good. Like, for Rusko, before it got moved to Hell Q. And now I don't think it's good. That's my opinion. So, I think that strategy is run down the Bankbuster until we can make the pilot and then try to transmogrify the pilot. Sure, the opponent's like, what's that Luca doing? But maybe they're figuring it out. They also see the Dwarven Mine, but that's not necessarily. Tempting to give up the Bankbuster, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, they have 1 clock. Ragavan's in hand. Wash Away won't get it. I think we keep activating Bank. Having the oven down is really nice, though, if we're going to do the combo, but we don't have a creature in play next turn, with Ragavan coming back to hand. And we do need to try to set it up so we catch Rusko tapped out by recasting Rusko. Because that's the only times they tap out, is usually when they cast their Rusko. The tap land, so it's going to happen next turn. And of course, they're never really tapped out when they cast their Rusko, because if it resolves, they do have mana open. But usually if you can get them down to 1 mana open instead of 2, it makes a big difference. I need to draw a land off this Buster too. Sack this treasure, which I think I'm gonna do. Man, what are they in the tank about? Tapping out, that's what they're in the tank about. They're gonna cast Teferi. See what they do. Draw a card. Okay, so Teferi's gonna be on 5. I just need a land. So if I don't draw with the Bankbuster and I rip a land off the top, I can go Ragavan into Luca. And I can get the breaker that kills the Teferi. But I have to top a land, an untapped land. God, that's tough. I shouldn't bank on that. I shouldn't bank on that. And it wasn't there, but Transmogrify is. Okay, the land is still an option. Okay. Can I also do the oven? No. Wait. No. Doesn't work. I could, yeah, because I could draw, make the treasure, make the pilot, but I can't get the 1 mana for the darn oven. Ugh, that's so close. If it gets bounced or exiled, it's all for nothing. Nothing. It's so tough. But what do we do instead? Can't get rid of this Teferi. Things don't get better. Are we going to exile every mountain from our deck and lose to a bounce spell? Is that what we're going to do? Let's draw 1 more card. Hold the Ragavan. Another land. Do the thing. and 1 mana. But if they don't have a bounce spell,
We'll have to try again.
or an exile effect, next turn we play the oven. We've got this. Come on. Come on. No River's Rebuke, no Cyclonic Rift, just blood on the snow. Just blood on the snow. Let's go. Come on. I'm really glad I drew with the Bankbuster instead of crewing it and attacking by going Ragavan Transmogrify, because now, if this doesn't work out, at least I have 1 more mountain. All the rest of the mountains in my deck be gone. Don't do it. Does that work? This should say when it leaves the battlefield, not when it dies. It really should. Oh, you monster! All right. They're at 22, and now we're on the beatdown plan. We have no mountains left in our deck. Our deck is nice and lean. Oh, we have a useless Luca here that hopefully they take with the Elspeth this night. Ragavan has to go to work. We have to steal some really good stuff. We stole nothing. I was hoping to steal something playable, so I guess now I'll play this Tome of Legends, but don't use it here. We do have Oven Song Mad. I guess that's an interesting way to kill something. We also have Blast, so we could go like Mountain Blast Your Face, which I guess is our big plan now. Yeah. Don't want that taken. They'll probably take the Song Mad or the Oven here. Definitely played out the best spells, but let's see. Maybe they even take Suns because they want Rusko to live. They took Lightning Bolt earlier. I am salty! How dare you combo kill my Breaker when I'm a mana short of Oven popping? Should I have been patient? Leave me a comment. Should I have been more patient? They might be afraid of Luca hitting another big creature of some kind. They might not know that my deck did the only thing it does. Hovering over Luca. They do pick Luca. Good. Card was useless. Literally no use for that card, other than exiling my own library. They've got the Wish Claw. They shouldn't lose from here. Like they can search up Cyclonic Rift and cast it. They can search up River's Rebuke and cast it. Like, come on now. Come on now. Karn, if that's in the deck. GG. Shut down my artifacts. Really? Thing? You got nothing? Alright. Search the tower. Nothing. Play with fire. Probably does nothing. Woven. I mean, it's time for a healthy dose of Ragavan. I don't think I dash it. I think they're just gonna kill it no matter what I do. So I think we just cast it without dash. And they're going to use a removal spell on it. But at least I get a food and I get a Tome of Legends counter. I mean, I might need to play the Song Mad Treachery as a land. This could all be too optimistic that this is going to work out. Okay. They're raising their clock. Seems kind of silly. You have 4 cards in hand right now, 5 with a Wish Claw. Cards shouldn't be your issue. Unless their hand was absolutely terrible, which I doubt. Like, one of the keys against Rusko is that they wheel into a bad hand. So sometimes, like if they're just plussing their clock, you just let it go. I think I've done that on the channel a few times. You just let their clock go, and then they get into a bad hand, and then maybe you can beat them. With a Wish Claw, that just shouldn't happen. But they're not using it. Too many people are really uncomfortable using Wishclaw. That is a fact. That is something I've seen again and again. If you have no timeouts, you're going to have to act. That was all about whether or not to play a Malakir Mire. Kind of surprised they did, if I'm being real. I mean, if you activate the talisman now, you're not going to have time. Okay. You are out of time. Congratulations. What do we want to do with that opportunity? I guess I'm just going to cycle this. Try to draw in a Braid. Spikefield Hazard is pretty useless. One damage is not enough. Scorching Dragonfire. Probably not going to let me hit with this Ragavan, but if they let me attack, that would be nice. Thank you for the Tome of Legends counter, opponent. If they wanted to power up the hall, that would also be fine. 4 Ragavan hits, 4 lands. Oh, life is good. All right, let's draw with Tome. At least we have a lot of cards. What do you know? It's not a land. Open mana. Probably not a good time to play a Chandra. So let's play this tap land. Let's pass this turn. At least we're drawing lands still, somehow, with the mountains removed from our deck. Now that was gonna go off for free on your turn anyway, but you do your thing. So you have no clock. I mean, sometimes the mana source is just better in those spots too. I'm being critical of them. I don't know their hand. What they're doing could be completely right. This is my way of trying to assess where we're at in the game and how I can get back into it. It was nice knowing you, Chandra. Good timing on their part. Is this going to be the second time they make me discard Chandra? Is that this game? Can't remember anymore. It's all running together. I mean, they have no timeouts. The amount of time they're taking on each decision means that roping them out is another potential line. Just catch them roped out on a key turn, like when they need to search for something with Wishclaw, and maybe we can win. I've seen it happen. Hell, I've done it. Okay. Whatever. Still afraid to use a Wishclaw. Well, they scryed to the top really fast. I'll lose the life. I'm at 25. I'll lose 1. What did they stack underneath this? Maybe they don't know how that card works. It must be a card they want really bad, but Ragavan might steal it, and they still haven't killed my Ragavan, which is confusing to me. Anyway, I want to do this now. I want the Scry before my draw. I want the Exile 3 from the Blast. Ooh, Chandra? That might get attention. Top. That's a top. Not playing it this turn. See if they do anything about this Ragavan hit. They know their top card. I assume they wanted it. They let me into combat to use Tome again. Like Urtai. So I draw a card if I let them kill this Ragavan as opposed to making a food. So I think we do that. Alright, Urtai on the board. I want to play a Chandra for sure. They don't have any mana open. Okay. We could also play the One Ring while they're tapped out.
I know I'm on track.
That's pretty good. What happens? Do they end up taking a bunch of extra turns? If they do, we have One Ring protection. It's not the end of the world.
This is gonna hurt.
swear it said this was on 4. Now it's on 3. You get land down there somehow, but all our lands got exiled. All right. All right. So the Chandra can get attacked. We should remove the Urtine now, and I guess we should use Unholy Heat to do it, because right now it's only 2 damage. And I'm still holding the Treachery, and maybe that's wrong. But who knows? Who knows what they play? I've run up against Hullbreaker Horror in Rusko. Is it target opponent gains control? An opponent. Good. Wouldn't want One Ring to protect us from gaining control of a Wishclaw Talisman. That would be nuts. They could power up Hall to kill the Chandra. It takes their whole turn. It is. There it is. Sorry, Chandra. I appreciate you basically time walking them, though. So do we want to get the Tome draw that doesn't hurt us, or to get the One Ring draw to get this card cooking? I think we need this card to start cooking. I think we're going to need a lot of cards to win this game. Opponent, I believe... Yeah, Palantir just doesn't happen because we had protection from it, and it does target. Access is a land. Somehow still drawing up plenty of land. They have 2 mana open. Dash a Ragavan. Remember, we have no other creatures in the deck. We have some Planeswalkers, though. Let's draw. It's a Chandra. That is very big and very strong. And they can't kill that with just Hall. Let's go for it. They might go get Blood on the Snow with their Wishclaw. This might get them to actually do it.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
Torch the Tower is a sneaky way to get rid of the One Ring if it comes to that. Something to keep in mind. Rivers rebuke me. My One Ring is going to be better. Do we draw with the Tome? We might just discard a hand size anyway, but can't hurt. All out, 2 uncounterable damage. Kind of a panic Rivers Rebuke, isn't it? Ah, so they can Thought Erasure. No, it's calculated, but what do they take? Are they going to take the Chandra? They might take the Chandra. They take the Chandra, I keep the Ring. The Ring is... To me, that's a little disrespectful of the One Ring. It's a kind of a good Magic card. I don't know if they're aware. All right, Palantir. Do I lose the life? Not like I have a lot of life gain in my deck. They scry to the top. Last time it did not punish me. This could be a big hit. I think we let them draw. Because now we're going to keep up on cards. Like, they can't counter this for 1 mana, right? They would need an annul. Seems unlikely. Stick. Resolve. What else do we play? I guess Bankbuster. Bankbuster gets back to the business. Cards, yeah. Use the Blink Moth. Yeah, Bankbuster will go back to work. It can create a pilot. It can punch for 4 somehow. Let's keep hitting our land drops now. We're going to need to be able to actually use all these cards. That's going to be hard to do. At 13 life, there's a Chandra emblem on them. We have cards like Banefire in our deck. Stuff can happen. Okay. Full rope on whether or not to opt. I guess they have to think about whether or not to play a Rusko, then opt. Gain a life. They don't. What's the useless card? All these are kind of useful. Even the altar might be useful. Even the oven might be useful at this stage. Let's get rid of the altar. Altar is a good combo with Forge. We're definitely not in a position where we can be sure we'll draw Forge. I mean, Still sitting on Wishclaw. It's definitely at some point going to be an extra turn. Shouldn't they do something about the One Ring? Think about it. I could draw artifact removal anytime. Alright, here comes Rusko. In response to the trigger, before you get your clock, let's Fiery Impulse. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor ticking up. Be something that for 2 mana can kill very large things. Could be very important. Alright, end step. Still not using their Wishclaw. Palantir's gonna fail because of the One Ring. Thanks for bouncing that, by the way. Furnace Reigns. It's a way to get a punch in. Lightning Strike. Getting so real out here. It's getting real. You gotta actually deploy these cards. 3 mana open, so they really want to use a counterspell this turn. So we want to threaten them with Ragavan, but not actually play Ragavan. Let's go for the Oven. Go for the Tome. And we can still activate Bankbuster, activate One Ring. Bolt them, maybe Fallout. Get damage in. Gonna be about cheesing out some damage. That's what it's all about here. All right, with them tapped out, I think we just hold. They weren't completely tapped out, but 1 mana is basically wash away or nothing. They need this Rusko. They need it bad. Right. Scorching Dragon Fire, or you get your clock. The One Ring will keep up. Essence Flux in response. Blitz. Save it again. Yes! Hit! Do you go up to 13? Or no, that was the clock trigger. You go up to 12. Let's keep the cards coming with the Bankbuster, because we really do want to get the pilot out of this thing. It might be important. And there might be 2 turns here. Ooh, the club. That's 4 damage to any target. We're going red mode. We're becoming the burn deck. Due to the bottom. Opponent can draw. I need my life total. I definitely need my life total. Let them have cards. We can keep up on cards. People get too scared to let the opponent draw cards. If you're drawing a bunch of cards, it's not the end of the world. 2 mana open. I'm sure they can kill a Ragavan. They always can kill a Ragavan. So is this past the turn? We could try to nip them with the Blinkmoth Nexus. You know, we're probably not going to draw a land that we can play. Hitting our land drop seems unlikely. I think we just pass, keep all options open. This is 9 points of burn. Take 1 a turn from the Awakened Inferno. We just need them to blink at the right time. The life is 1 life. Honestly, should they be like swinging at me with the haul? They're not gonna do that. All right, no max hand size wizard class. Good for you. They ain't got the guts to swing at me with haul. They're gonna draw more cards. Yeah, for it. That's what, if they're investing in card draw at this stage, we love it. We absolutely love it. This all ends up getting shuffled away when these clocks go off anyway. Ever find a little hair in your mouth and not know how it got there? Hashtag relatable, maybe? Caravan, you got it. Palantir, let's draw. Oh. Draw. 6 mana open. Fire. Here's the ring. I think so. Staff. Staff do. Can proliferate their clocks, make them go off. Ha. These don't find anything. The mountains are all gone. Oh no. Alright, you get a card. Lightning strike your face. And is gonna start emptying out here. We gotta make the most of it. Fallout can't be countered. 2 damage to each creature and each player. 7. Clock goes to 7 for the big one, 3 for the small one. Lose 2. Draw Altar of Dementia. What's that even do? What's that do? Don't know. What does Staff of Completion do? I don't know. This is so hard. Let's get a tiny bit more information, eh? So they're gonna take 1, and this is 4, assuming it doesn't get countered. The Immortal Sun, excellent. Love that for you. Proliferate. I mean, playing it is a use of mana that we could make. I'm not sure if it will actually help. Also, I'm not sure if we should be taxing their removal and counter spells with Ragavan, but I think the answer is no. I also think that playing this is interesting because we can use it for mana, which we might need, and we can sacrifice it to the club. But of course, the club can also sacrifice the One Ring if things get dicey. Proliferating our Bankbuster, the One Ring, things like that, not a great idea until we go for the final burnout with the One Ring. Like, you proliferate it up, you draw with it, and you sacrifice it before you lose the one. They really thought about that. I mean, you know they've got counter spells. So 1, 2, 3, or 5 is the most I can actually use here, but we might draw into more burn spells. I just don't think the Altar of Dementia is going to do anything in this game. So I think the right play is to pass. Keep the rest of the mana open. I think if we attack with Nexus, they'll just, like, some kind of fatal push it. Don't think it's worth the effort, and putting 2 mana into that might cost us. Alright, they're gonna tick the clock. Might have been an interesting time to throw a club at them. Urge. Point. You gotta get them to keep committing Rusko. It's so much mana. And then if we kill it right away, they don't get to gain much life off it. Karn! Okay. Okay. This is okay, right? We can deal with Karn. There's a few things we can do. My big concern, I guess, is that they plus it and hit me or something. But no, let's just keep it real. Draw. Even if something happens to our pilot, we make a food. Cast into the fire. Into the fire, exiles an artifact. This Wishclaw is probably going to get them an extra turn, right? That's the idea? Can we survive an extra turn is the question. You have to try. You don't have a choice. Heck, should have done this before. I guess let this resolve, then torch it? Since I don't think the Bankbuster is actually going to make it, I think I'm tapping my pilot here so I can Witch Oven for food. Because I'm going to need the food. It's 2 foods. And then I can't eat them until this Karn is gone. But Karn is going to 6, which we have enough mana to deal with. But they might counter it. That's the question. So I think we make a mana here. Really tough situation. But if somebody can get out of it, it's me. My food! I have a response. Cast with bargain. Arn. Attacking the food that is targeted, because we're gonna lose it anyway. I swear this is a setup for them to use Wish Claw, get an extra turn spell, and cast it. They're just so afraid of me using the Wish Claw that they've been waiting to have Karn protection for it. Might counter this. Commit. Okay. Commit puts it in the deck. Which we already drew our cards, unfortunately. But we have other ways. Put the altar down. One card away, isn't it? I don't think we club the Karn, do we? Do we? I have a feeling we might not get another turn. They have just enough mana. But I can almost kill them. It's so close. It's one life. All right. Friends here. On 3 loyalty. See if they take the turn. No, I have torched the tower on top. Spark double for Karn? Okay. Great. Great. The 1 point, the pilot might get in. The Ragavan might get in. I have no timeouts left. I still have 1. It's been a thinker's battle. They're gonna power up Palantir. Okay. It's a 3/3. 2 mana open. End step, trigger. Gonna have them draw. We're going to club them, but we don't need to club them right now. Let's exile. I think we exile this. Yeah, we exile the Caravan. Cut them down to just 1 mana. 1 mana for this turn cycle. We can Furnace Rains the Palantir. We might be able to dash the Ragavan. We club. We even have Forge. They Heartless Act the token. That's what they were saving. They're tapped out. All tapped out at 6 life. They might have double Karned me. They're not gonna beat me. They could have a pact. Ow. Ow from the ring. But it's my time. I think beating them up with their own Palantir is appropriate. And I get a treasure I can't use. How nice. Pitch and fling. I didn't need it. I didn't need the breaker. I did it without mountains. Still drew plenty of land. I did it through double Karn. Woo! And the Wish Claw. That was never used. It honestly tilts me to see a Wish Claw like this. I could make a whole video on Wish Claw lines and how to use it. This was not how to use it. Today's Closet YouTube member Cool Kids Club shout out goes to Redder, R-E-D-E-R Forge. Forge, I know how to say. Thank you for joining the Cool Kids Club. You can become a member. Hit join. You get early access, 24-hour early access to these videos. You get your questions answered in the comments. You get live stream chat and sometimes special live streams just for you. Thank you. Ryder, Forge, you're cool. And this Ragavan deck. Is this Ragavan deck not the sweetest? Is it not the best thing you've ever seen? So, real talk. I think what I love most about this deck is that Ragavan was kind of a one-note thing, right? You're either all in, like, try to kill him, or you're nickel and diamond. And the Ragavan subgame of the mirror, some people love it. I like it, but I hate it. Like, I hate it at the same time. It felt like playing Timeless, where you're just always trying to hold up a 1-mana removal spell and always trying to chip in with your Ragavan, and just, it was like playing aggro, but it took forever. And those two things combined is like a nightmare for me. This deck has real go over the top potential in a busted format. Instead of feeling like I'm trying to play modern or Timeless or some like or standard for that matter version of mono red, but with the best busted commander. Instead, we're playing the busted commander, but we have a combo finish, something that can take the opponent by surprise. They think they're in a good place, they think everything's fine, and then boom, way over the top, something they never expected that is insanely overpowering. That is a curveball that I think is worth it, and I might try to do Caldera Breaker combos with other commanders. I'm already thinking of things I can do with like Crucius and Caldera Breaker as the only 6-drop. You know, I think we're gonna take this Transmogrify thing to in other directions as well. There's gotta be more Caldera Breaker combo decks we can play, and I'm actually really excited about turning things into the Breaker, getting them broken. So this was more fun than I expected. And what do you guys think of the deck? Also, let me know what you think of the digs. How many videos should I make in the closet? How much closet gaming is too much? How's the sound? You have any idea the amount of pillows I got in here? Stacks and stacks of pillows, piles of clothing. It can't get softer in here. It just can't. Unrealistic. Hey, you stayed till the end of the video. Hit like, hit subscribe. Is it that hard to hit like? 3,000 likes, hot tub stream. I'm dangling the ultimate engagement bait. Why is it so hard to hit like? There's like! Like button. Do it! Hot tub stream. Don't tell me you don't want the hot tub. You don't want to see me make content in a hot tub? That kind of hurts my feelings. Florida Man Saga continues. What room will we be in? Let me know in the comments what room I should go to next. Do that. What deck should I play? Let me know in the comments what I should do there. The saga continues. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com, Ultimate Guard. Check out the links in the description.